Oh.
God.
So we're recording right now. It's like this is.
It's going, but we're not officially starting. Like this won't be in the video unless it's really late and I feel like putting it in.
You better feel like putting it in.
Okay, what's up, fam? We're doing a discussion video about E3 because everyone does one of those, and we're here. And I brought some pals. So we're gonna go through the line. Say hi, Scott, hat wearing gamer. What do you do?
I'm your pal. What?
It's breaking news. It's
One of those days.
top of the Chicago Times Daily.
Yeah, very much so. Hello, I'm Hat Wearing Gamer. I make YouTube videos on YouTube.
Wow, that's innovative.
I like to do in-depth critiques. I'm currently doing a series on the Mario and Luigi RPG series. Patterns in Time came out just the other weekend ago, and I'm working on Bowser's Inside Story now. I also like to live stream on Twitch. I have a schedule now. It's really beautiful looking. Cool. People love it. You all love it. Loving it is compulsory.
Just heart emojis everywhere.
Yep.
Okay.
Even though it's very American unfriendly, but whatever.
Next is Kersyl. What's up, Kersyl?
Hello, I am Kersyl. I also make videos on YouTube. I just joined that trend that was just made up by the hat-wearing gamer. Like, he just made that, and I also joined. He just invented it, and I already jumped on the bandwagon because that's the new meme. And
I invented it, and it's cool.
Yeah, because you made it. You have a hat, so your meme potential is 100% bigger than that of non-hat-wearing gamers, right? Come on. It's okay, so I also
Hello,
make,
everybody.
like,
I'm the non-hat-wearing gamer.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna rebrand my channel.
Mass unsubscribe.
Yeah, but I do like MMORPG videos. Currently, I'm doing like a thing for Guild Wars 2, so you can check that out. But I also will do other stuff soon-ish if I ever get off my lazy bum.
That's awesome. That's great. Next is LambHoot. What's up, Dennis?
Hi, I'm Hamish Black, and welcome to Writing on Games. That's my YouTube channel. You can watch me. Wait, no, he's not British. He's freaking Scottish.
Every time you say Hamish Black, I think of Hamish Blake.
This is LambHoot's boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically it. How's it going?
Okay,
who's next?
and lastly, we got CoolPants McMahon. What's up?
Hi, I'm CoolPants McMahon.
Yeah.
I like
my name is CoolPants McMahon. You can find me at youtube.com/PewDiePie. I am a top quality like voice.
Number one YouTuber right here on my channel. What a privilege. My channel that I just created because Hat Wearing Gamer invented YouTubering. YouTuber.
Oh, he just invented making videos
just became
on
the
YouTube.
biggest channel with all 3 subscribers.
I mostly just do shit posts, so don't subscribe. Dislike all my videos. Don't show them to anyone else because they're terrible.
No, he had the greatest 3D animation video of all time.
Oh yes, okay, watch that one. That one's top quality.
That one's pretty lit. Right up there with all of the 3D animation shorts on Dennis's second channel.
I don't know. I'd say it isn't as good as Ouch, but it's up
No,
there.
I think What the Heck 7 is a pretty good one.
Man, this is such a good E3 conversation, guys.
So so we're going into E3 now. E3 happened. There were conferences. There was one conference we're not going to talk about. That's the PC gaming conference because nothing happened there. Because PC gaming just does its own thing, and that's cool. Yeah. So the first.
I'm surprised they even have a conference.
Well, they started it like 3 years ago, and no one cared. And then they did it the 2 years ago, and then no one cared. And they did it last year, no one cared. And this year, no one cares. So.
Wait, Nova Canoe just tweeted something 33 seconds ago.
Oh my god.
What did he tweet?
He just tweeted a thing, which means that he's awake. Yo, everybody.
We gotta get Nova Canoe in the E3 discussion. So.
Okay, sorry.
So we'll go in order of the conferences. So we have EA, then Microsoft, then Bethesda, then Ubisoft and Sony, and then Nintendo, which just happened today as the recording, but will probably be like forever ago by the time I actually upload this. EA, does anyone? Basically, we'll just like do, instead of like saying everything that happened in every conference, because that's dumb and like so many things like we're not going to talk about. We're just gonna be like, hey, does anyone have anything to talk about this? And then we go around and just bring up topics, and then we just go from there. So EA, does anyone have anything to talk about with EA?
EA, more like PA.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'll leave that.
Personal assistant?
Oh, someone. Oh, he's back. You gotta love
I
Discord.
thought it was you.
Nah,
gotta
it's not me.
say that like I think it was Anthem looked kind of interesting, but it's also just like The Division meets Destiny. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just like shoot things with futuristic weapons and go through open world and fly there and everything's pretty the game. I don't know. There's not a lot of interesting gameplay in that for my taste.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't super interested in Destiny either to begin with, and seeing that it was like, oh, that's just more. It's just Destiny, except it's not. I mean, it's EA's Destiny, so I have like microtransactions in it. And then the only other thing that was like at EA's thing that was like, oh, that's pretty interesting, is they're like bringing back like in-depth story modes to their sports games, which is like, I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or not, because it'll be like, is that funny?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I didn't know. So I think it was like something like the new FIFA or whatever continues the story from the last FIFA. So it's just like, so now it's like, oh, well, now it's not just like the new iteration of the same game. Now it's like a sequel. So now you have to buy it.
Just wait for the off-court drama and just watch it become wrestling, basically. But
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Dude, I would buy that.
God.
Da da da
Only,
da.
like that guy that tames snakes with like a flute comes along. I
So
want
this
that in football.
this just in, Kojima is having a conference tomorrow
Oh my god, you
with
freaking
the
ding
director
dong!
of his movie, and then they're gonna have that band that plays in all the Death Stranding commercials doing a song.
Wow.
I'm
That's
glad
crazy.
that this is a good E3 discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is
so
Of
This
course,
is how much
Kojima's
no
gonna
one
have a
cares about
conference.
E3.
Of course,
So-
Kojima's gonna have a conference about his movie during E3 week.
yo, okay,
Right?
yo, Battlefront looked good.
Thanks for your like pity contribution.
Did nobody think Battlefront looked like the best?
We're not even there yet.
Battlefront-
We're not even there.
No one.
Isn't
Literally
that wasn't
no
that
one-
wasn't that EA?
That is EA,
No,
yes.
no. Oh, Battlefront is EA. That's true.
Battlefront
Yeah.
is Nintendo, you
Yeah.
fucking ding dong.
I swear to
Battlefront
God.
is EA.
I thought it looked
forgot.
good.
Remember, the
What-
first one was just super bland and boring, and the
Well,
second one will
I
probably be
don't-
super bland
yeah.
and boring. So-
Well, I don't know. They really fixed the content issue, and the fact that like all the season passes are free is really cool. And like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's better. It's an improvement.
Like it looked like what a sequel to the original Battlefronts would have looked like in this day and age.
right,
No, I think
right.
like
I
don't think there
guess.
was anything wrong with it. Like I think it looked pretty freaking solid.
Okay. So there we go. Positive from EA conference. If it
Yeah,
wasn't.
Who would have guessed?
Go Madden.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean-
the Madden story mode. Let's go.
Oh God.
Yeah, but
I don't even think you get to like customize the guy for the story mode, so it's just like you're just this random pre-chosen EA dude playing through Madden.
football, the key is going through the ranks. Let's go.
Yeah,
I think
I
it should
don't
be
know.
a fighting game where it just leads up to John Madden as the plot.
Exactly. There you go. That's that. There we go. EA, don't steal that idea.
Don't. I'm gonna make it myself.
Original
Okay.
character, do not steal.
In
Yup.
football. Whoever thought football would make a good game?
EA.
Depends
Some
on
I
what,
silly
think they
fool.
thought that for like 30 years, and they make a lot of money. So
which football though. Are we talking FIFA or Madden? Because they're both football.
yes,
Oh,
Actually-
it's true.
You know what, Dennis? Who would have thought SpongeBob would be a good game, huh?
hey.
Oh my God.
So like, does anyone have anything left to say about EA?
No, nobody
Not
gives a
really.
shit about them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Okay. now for the first like substantial conference, that'd be Microsoft, and they opened it with the Xbox One X, which the thing is I thought that name was terrible until I realized, and I'll type this out in the chat just so that way you can like see it. If you take the acronym, then it actually just spells Xbox again, so it's like multiple levels of Xbox. Because you take the X from the X, the B from the box,
It's like
the O over the
recursive
one.
Xbox.
Problem,
Yeah, so
the
it's
problem
like
with this
Xbox.
recursive thing. Yeah, but
What?
like the word Xbox is actually written together, so the actual acronym is just XOX, and that's like
Yeah.
socks. Socks? Oh my god, they want us to buy socks.
No,
I'm
it
worried.
sucks.
Hey.
Yeah, that
No,
is true.
It's the
Xbox
most
is written as
powerful
one word.
console.
Zucks.
It's the
Yeah.
most powerful console in the
Sucks.
universe.
Except for it's the most powerful console except for your PC.
There are
But it's the most
like
powerful
there are
console.
cats that are dumber than the Xbox. There are spiders that they can't even operate at the same performance level as the new Xbox.
Yeah, fuck spiders, man. They
The
can't
weird
even-
thing though, the weirdest thing about the Xbox One X is that it's like slimmer than the Xbox One S, and didn't the S stand for slim? So now it's like extra confusing because it's like smaller. So,
Look, I mean, the Xbox One is the third line in Microsoft, so
they
is there
already
any
gave
reason
up.
to harp on about that?
That's true. The naming was already screwed, so now it's just like more screwed.
X boink.
They're just
Xbox.
gonna like add like letters and phrases at this point. The Xbox One X Y Z Super Canon version Tournament Edition featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series. I think that one was better than the Xbox One X, but I don't know.
I almost
It had a
wonder
good
whether it would have
library.
been. I almost wonder whether it would have been smarter for them to just rebrand it to like the new Xbox and just be
Yeah.
like, because the Xbox One baggage already exists, so it's like I don't know.
Buy the new Xbox, only $500.
And
Bonks.
this time without the Kinect included,
Oh shoot.
because the
That's
Does
true.
not
Xbox
have
One,
the Kinect? Yeah, no.
when the Kinect like
I'd be
went
down
with
for
the
that.
with the Xbox One originally, it was $500 with the Kinect. Now it's $500 without the Kinect, but now it's
That's
like,
like $1 million.
But
yeah,
now you get an X at the end of it, so it's worth
Yeah.
the bargain.
exactly.
It's the most powerful console. It offers
So-
4K streaming to your HD TV.
It offers 4K streaming to your 1080p TV.
Yes.
Yes.
Who has a 4K TV?
Yeah, that's the
You'll-
thing.
You'll
It's like
no deal winners.
that's the
Huh?
thing is like most people don't have a 4K TV, so it's like I don't get like the appeal of having 4K
Yeah.
gaming as a thing.
The idea of like 4K console gaming is just very weird. Like you can get 4K monitors at this point for kind of a price that's reasonable, but also you then need a very powerful GPU and stuff to actually output
Exactly.
your games in 4K. So that's also kind of weird. 4K just isn't really here
Yeah.
yet. And even if it is, then you don't really have a $4,000 TV for your 4,000 billion pixels that your console
Exactly.
that can basically render the entire
Yeah.
universe in 2 seconds. And it's more powerful than spiders, apparently.
I also wonder whether it's like, whether it's kind of
You know, actually,
What?
wait, I didn't even think of it, but there was this study recently that showed that spiders actually use their webs to offload certain like neurological processes. So like, I don't know exactly how it works. It doesn't make any sense to me, but like basically spiders build their webs in such a way that like their web tells them things, so they don't have to like think of things. Like their web structure is like
Uh-huh.
an extension of their brain. So
Spiders
like
have RAM?
yeah,
Dang.
basically. So like if like an Xbox One X could spin a web, would it be even more powerful?
Dude, I can't wait for the
That's why
Xbox
Spider-Man
spider
isn't
web.
on it. That's why Spider-Man is a PlayStation exclusive, because it's not even a spider. Like they can't even do it, dude.
This video is so good. I wonder how
No.
many people are still watching.
Yo, I'm impressed if you're still watching. My
You get a
thing-
gold star.
I wonder whether like because during all the like the trailers and stuff during that whole conference, it was like Xbox One X enhanced. So I wonder if it's gonna be like a thing where it's like where it's like, oh, they have more of an excuse to have like super like cinematic, like high fidelity trailers and stuff, and then when they release the game it doesn't look as good. It's like, oh well, you don't have an Xbox One X, that's why it doesn't look as good. So they don't actually like optimize it for the system anymore.
Just intentionally downgrade it basically for every other Xbox One, like the Xbox One and the Xbox One S, probably.
Yeah. Or
it's not just gonna be 4K versus 1080p. It's probably also gonna be downgraded by a lot, like worse shaders, multi-sample.
Probably. I also thought it was funny that they revealed the console and then they're like, look how powerful our console is, guys. Look at this racing game.
You look at a racing game, then look at like a okay-looking Assassin's Creed with animation errors, and dude, Minecraft in 4K.
Yes.
Okay, that part where the assassin dude pulls his bow and arrow out, and it's like first person for half a second, and it looks like Counter-Strike 1 running in like 1995. But they only show it for like 2 frames. You see it for like just a couple of frames where like the guy pulls out his bow and arrow, and it's like the ugliest freaking shot ever rendered by a freaking Xbox One X. Oh my god. Assassin's Creed looks so dumb.
What I've actually noticed with like a lot of big games that are just getting released on and on and on is that they kind of just try to change their setting to delude players from noticing the actual issues with the series people have. Like Call of Duty has weird gameplay issues that people don't really like, or it's just the same game over and over basically. And the same with Assassin's Creed, just make something interesting with it. Do something cool, like Black Flag, where you could ride around ships. And then they were like, wait, we're not going to actually make a good Assassin's Creed. We're just going to make the ship thing and make it its own game.
Yeah. Well, you can ride a pyramid through the ocean in this one.
Yeah.
You just ride the pyramid like a boat.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wait,
with Assassin's Creed, it's like...
Wait, shit.
Like, the thing with Assassin's Creed, though, is it's, like, somewhat justified because, like, it's all about, like, historical events and stuff like that. But the thing is that it got, like, infinitely less interesting when they got lazy with their research. Because, like, in Assassin's Creed 2, it was, like, so, like, the historical aspects were, like, so in-depth and, like, awesome. But then, like, I haven't like played the later ones, but I've looked into the later ones, and it's like that level of detail just isn't there, and I feel like that's what makes Assassin's Creed like what it is.
True.
But
the final boss of Assassin's Creed 2 is the Pope.
Yeah. Obviously. Yeah.
This is very historically accurate.
Does he hate Undertale in the new one?
Yo, we're gonna talk about Undertale later. It'll be lit.
You gotta get the Pope Splatoon.
Was Undertale mentioned at E3?
Yes, it was, but we'll get there.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was. But that's not wrong department. We're at Microsoft, scrubbos. So Minecraft had that like super duper graphics pack because thoughts.
Yeah, like as someone who actually plays a lot of Minecraft and did like a video on it recently, like it's the Windows 10 version and the console version, which is now all becoming Let me I'm an eching person, but like it's just the Windows 10 version, which can't do much.
Are you
right?
I still have to think about that spider thing. It's so stupid.
Yeah. Can't wait to get Minecraft running on my newest spider web. 4K graphics, only powerful enough for the spider web.
Oh god.
No, YouTube comment.
I don't think Minecraft is designed to look good, so I think them being like, look how great Minecraft looks is like taking away from the point of it. Like I almost like when I listened to that, I could hear Notch turning around in his like $1 million mansion and being like, oh god, and then groan, and then go back to like drinking like expensive alcohol
and whining about how he doesn't make anything good anymore.
Yeah.
But still, like, what I was getting at is that the Windows 10 version doesn't really do mods because Java just is a really simple programming language that a lot of people can use and want to use for, like, modding and stuff. So the Windows 10 version will never have that huge mod base that the Java version has, which has also now been rebranded to Minecraft Java version, which was the original, and now the new version that was Minecraft Windows 10 and Pocket Edition and console version has been rebranded to Minecraft, because that's running on more systems apparently.
Yeah, that's
so it's actually good news for people who like mods, because we're probably gonna get a final Java version at some point, and they're just gonna update the new and good and great version, basically. At least that's what a lot of people hope. So that would be actually pretty cool, because then all the mod makers could just make mods for one version and not bitch about, oh no, we want to play 1.7.10, which has been around for decades. Like, it's been around longer for like 200 years. I don't know.
right.
Conclusion.
Still showing it off for like 4K fidelity.
Uh-huh.
It's just so stupid.
Minecraft is dumb. That's the conclusion we're coming to.
Hey, don't diss my blocks, mate.
Been a while since I played Minecraft.
Yeah.
I haven't played Minecraft since
That
I was
sounded
like
so depressing.
13.
Oh, it's been a while since I played Minecraft.
Yo,
It
where's
was
Liam?
1925.
Liam says he's got to finish the video, but
No, he doesn't.
yeah, he does.
No, come here now.
Okay.
If Liam Triforce joins the video, then that'd be cool. If he doesn't, then shout out to Liam Triforce, who couldn't be here
I
Because
wanted
he's-
to shout him
because
out
he's
in the video.
because he's supposedly working on a video.
If
It's
you guys want to
rumored.
watch Liam Triforce,
It's
just go to youtube.com/smoshgames.
Yes.
I swear to God.
Yes, exactly. So, anything else on Microsoft? I mean, we only talked about like 2 things, but like, I don't know.
That pirate
They
game was pretty
gave a
cool.
they
Does
gave
anyone
a
here even
they
have
gave a
an
release
Xbox?
date for Cuphead, which is like pretty cool. But the thing,
Isn't it going to be on
Yes.
Steam though?
yeah, it's PC. Well, it might. Well, I hope it'll be on Steam. Microsoft might have like completely hijacked it and might only be on the Windows 10 store, but I hope not.
No, that would be
God,
horrible.
please,
No, I heard somebody tweeted something or something. It was like, oh look, Cuphead's going to be on Steam, and it was like, oh nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna come out on
So there's like,
September 29th.
what's the point of
apparently.
getting an Xbox?
Excuse me? You want to fucking
Oh
go?
yeah, that's true. You're the only one who has an Xbox, and you're
The
dissing on
Master
them.
Chief Collection.
What a meme.
Hey,
Like, they didn't even announce a new Halo.
Yeah, they didn't
Which
talk about
actually
Halo or
surprised me.
Gears of War or anything. That was really surprising.
because they're both stupid. Halo.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
still
but they make
expected
money.
big burly men shooting at things,
Yo,
and
every
also
freaking
Halo.
Call of Duty, every Xbox game is just like a first-person shooter. Every console exclusive Xbox gets is a first-person shooter. Every single one.
Don't you want like?
Yo,
Gears
what
of
about
War
Banjo
700?
Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, guys?
Oh,
Xbox
What about Dead
exclusive.
Rising, huh? What about Dead Rising?
Ooh,
Oh yeah, that's
What the heck
that's
is Dead
actually-
Rise? Okay, sorry, not a.
That's the first
okay.
person shooter.
Wait, that's an Xbox exclusive?
The first one was.
Oh, who cares?
Because it's a great ass game,
Oh, okay, there you can just play the other one.
because the other ones are trash.
Oh,
Guys, they
Sounds
also
better.
talked about Metro Exodus on the Xbox One.
Oh yeah, the Metro
trailer
game.
part.
Oh,
Although that
shoot.
although
the
that
only one.
trailer was like trailer was so like fake, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like the guy
was
was
so
like
fake.
there was like like 10 15 seconds of the guy being like, "Oh, I don't have any of this ammo. I got to change to my other ammo." And then he like reaches
jeez.
down and is like changes it out, and it's like that's not going to be in the game. They just made it that way to make the trailer more like suspenseful and stuff. So it's like
Yeah.
it's literally just like that was like watching just like an animated movie. Like it's
I
not
still
really
don't get why
not
they
representative
don't
of the game at all.
just fast-paced trailers. Like
What?
even, I still don't get why they don't just do fast-paced trailers, which they did for like years. Instead, we get these long-ass fake trailers with like, just as you said, like, "Oh, I'm gonna change my ammo to the other one. Let
Yeah.
you just doop-de-doop-de-doo. Let me grab it. Oh, look at this great animation for changing the ammo. Ooh, the animators did a great job of that, mate."
I mean, we'll get
who
to this
cares?
later. Yeah, we'll get to this later, but that's kind of why I like really liked Nintendo's conference, because it was just like
Yeah.
short, snappy trailers, like featuring gameplay, except for a logo sometimes. But you know, we'll get there.
Metroid Prime 4.
One thing that I was actually
Don't
pleasantly
say that
surprised
name
by-
yet. We gotta wait till we get to it.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
Like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is gonna come out for the Xbox One, just in
Yeah, but,
general,
like-
not just the One X.
Yeah, but like,
No,
Cool thing
Why?
because a lot of people really like that game, and I think the Xbox crowd is really gonna like that game because they just like shooters.
that's fair.
Yeah, the only thing I like is shooters. I don't play anything else.
See,
it's true.
he's the Xbox
It's
person.
true.
He only
Yeah,
plays
I'm the
games
Xbox
with,
dude.
with
I
guns.
guess that's fair. I guess like PlayerUnknown's gonna make a lot of money off of that. So
Yeah,
good for him.
good.
Then
Good
it's
on
gonna
him.
come to PlayStation in like 2 weeks, and everyone's gonna cry.
It's gonna come out on PS3 only though. Fuck PS4.
Yeah, obviously.
Nah, it's gonna be PS2 exclusive. I don't know what you're talking
Oh
about.
my
PSP
god.
Slim version only, please.
PS Vita.
Yeah, you see.
No.
What even is a PS Vita?
No, PS.
No.
It's a
No,
3DS,
no,
but good.
No, we got to do the PSP Go, the phone version only. The PSP Go phone.
Oh, that's like a Pokemon
TV.
thing, right?
PlayStation
Yeah.
TV exclusive.
Okay, we want to move on to the next
Yeah.
section or
So,
something.
Yes.
is there anything else anyone wants to say about Microsoft?
No!
Battlefield
Okay.
Bikini
dumb.
Bottom
Oh yeah,
HD.
there's actually one thing. Shadow, like Middle Earth thingamajig.
Oh, the new Middle
Oh
Earth,
shoot,
yeah.
that was Microsoft.
Yeah,
Isn't
that
that
was
Shadow of
Microsoft.
Mordor as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't that also from the Microsoft?
Shadow of
Dude,
More War.
Dennis, you just ate your
Yeah,
microphone.
that's the name.
Yo, that game looks so freaking good. I'm so
Like,
hyped.
dude, the German name is Middle Earth Shadow of War. Like,
Yo, I forgot about that, but
why is it?
that one orc dude was lit in that trailer,
What if
like
we could
the
pop
guy
this
that keeps
freaking
coming
movie?
back.
That was amazing. He like popped his like.
Oh, that
like
was
a
so
lips.
dumb. It was so great. It was fantastic. Well, the first
Yeah,
game had
that's
like
like he
this
was an
stupid guy. Shut up. The first game had this like really wimpy dude who was like this loser. So this one's gonna be good.
Because it doesn't have a wimpy loser.
The first
Well,
game
no,
had a
because
wimpy guy.
the comic relief character is like a big dude.
Dennis is officially against wimpy losers. You
No,
heard it here
but
first,
it's like the
folks.
whole
If you're
gag in the first
wimpy
game
and not
was-
like buff as fuck, get out of here. Dennis hates your guts. It's
Well, did
official.
anybody play the first game?
No, I haven't.
I played the first one
Okay,
on PS3,
always
but
wanted
because
to.
it
There
was
was,
on
like-
PS3, I killed myself.
Oh god. Yeah, no, there was this whole running gag where like the guy needed at one point like an in the orc army, so he picks out like the weakest orc he can find, and this guy's like a total idiot. And then what happens is every time this guy gets in trouble, your main character shows up to like kill his enemies, so that he just keeps getting promoted. Except really, he's like the weakest dude, and he just has like the best bodyguard of all time. And that was the whole gag. It was just that this dude is like super weak and he can't fend for himself, but you're like you keep protecting him just because you need him. Until like you just kill him one time and then like it's just it
No.
ends and you're
Huh.
just like, oh
But
Wow.
you used him. Why would you abuse him? No.
yeah, but like and then so this game like it seems like a lot of the characters are like that, which is like super hype.
Okay.
They're all gonna have like personalities. Yo,
Game might
that
also
game's
look
gonna be so
really
freaking
fun.
good.
Okay. Good stuff.
Say that.
Oh, you know
Oh,
what
man.
game we forgot to talk about? The most important game, Super Lucky's Tale.
What
Coming
the
to-
frick?
So Lucky's Tale was a launch game for the Oculus Rift.
Oh.
But no one bought it. So now it's like an enhanced remake for the Xbox One, and it's like the first time the Xbox One has had a platformer as an exclusive for like ever.
I love how the graphics of that game, like the little poof clouds, look exactly like from Super Mario 3D
yeah.
World and Odyssey.
Oh yeah,
Like the graphic looks super Nintendo, which is cool. I like that.
I'm
Okay, so on to
pretty
Bethesda.
I'm pretty sure the coins from that game look like. It reminded me. I mean, Dennis is gonna hate me for bringing this up, but it reminded me of the coins from freaking SpongeBob Hero Pants. So I'm worried that it's like too much Unity asset stuff in there. But I don't know. Anyway,
Rick.
Bethesda's. Bethesda's. What was it? Bethesda Land. The Bethesda Land thing in the conference where they're like, "Welcome to Bethesda Land. We're an amusement park." With like 2 rides, Fallout
please
4
pay a
and
lot of
Skyrim.
money.
So please continue to ride those rides over and over again because they're really good rides, and we don't want to make new rides. So
Let's focus on the good. Wolfenstein 2, nice. It's German stuff. I like that.
Okay, so on to Ubisoft.
okay, no, okay. Here's my thing. Isn't it bananas that freaking Skyrim, which came out like years ago, it came out in what 2011, 2012, something like that.
2011.
2011. It appeared at 3 freaking conferences.
But it's very important, and it's Skyrim, and it's important, and it has Vikings. It's good.
It appeared at
Buy it.
Bethesda, it appeared at Sony, and then it appeared at Nintendo's thing. Like, what? Why? It came out in 2011. I don't get it.
Skyrim.
Buy Skyrim on the Switch.
Why
Buy
you use
Skyrim
that
VR.
excuse for
Buy
Minecraft,
Skyrim on your
huh?
toaster.
Yo.
Buy Skyrim on your web. Xbox
Mario and
One
Rabbids
X.
was mentioned twice.
The VR version is probably gonna be super sick. That's the sad part. Is like, okay, Skyrim, but it's like, oh.
Yeah, okay, you can use
Skyrim.
VR to fling your arms around to hit
I don't-
like things.
Like
and-
it's
I don't-
probably like the coolest experience for like whoever
See-
has it or
see,
wants it.
I don't know whether it will be
Probably not.
because when I did VR, the game I tried with it was Subnautica,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the big issues I had with VR was anytime you weren't doing like actual movement, it felt jarring. So like for
Mhm.
example, when you're exploring a massive world, like the only way to like move forward would be to either like stupidly move your legs up and down or to move a control stick forward. And moving a control stick forward when you're in VR is the most disorienting thing on the planet, and it made me motion sick. So like I don't know whether that'll be like that's just me personally, obviously, and certainly other people could have different experiences. But I'm like, I don't know how many other people are going to be down with that.
Also,
So-
how much did they actually change Skyrim to accommodate VR? Like, you probably can't block in like different directions. You probably can't parry attacks in different directions. Like, probably Skyward Sword has better combat than Skyrim VR. I'm probably already just gonna point that out. And people hated that game, so I'm not too sure how keen people are gonna be on that. Like, the magic part and like arrow shooting is probably gonna be really cool. And like then you get into melee combat, and you probably will gonna hate yourself after flailing your arm around like in Twilight
Yeah.
Princess for weeks.
No, the arrow's
for
gonna be
hours.
so bad too. You're gonna have like no accuracy.
Yeah.
You can't because the dude in the trailer kept shooting diagonally. He's like, "What are you doing?" Yo, it's gonna be so dumb.
Same thing with Fallout 4 VR then, because they're doing that too.
Yeah, but at least you can shoot guns there, so
True.
that's probably gonna be a lot easier to actually do than flailing your arm with like a mace or a sword.
Yeah. And they're putting the motion control stuff from the VR version in the Switch version of Skyrim.
Yeah,
Really?
Which, yeah, that kind of justifies like the. That's probably why the Switch version exists. Honestly, it's like, oh, we're making this VR game with motion controls. Oh, hey, the Switch has motion controls. Let's just put it on there.
Well,
until
I mean,
you strap your head to the Switch to your head, and then you're
I
playing
kinda like the
Skyrim and
novelty
VR
of-
on the Switch.
I like the novelty of playing Skyrim on the go.
Yeah, no, I think that's cool. I guess.
That's actually the only like fair re-release I think that everyone would be like, oh yeah, that's okay.
yeah.
Like, re-releasing
are-
games on the Switch is actually pretty cool. Like if it's a console or PC exclusive.
Right. Yeah,
Sure.
I would agree. Because it's like you can take it with you. It's the same reason I waited to get Zelda on the Switch instead of buying like the Wii U version.
Yeah.
It's like you can bring it anywhere. You can sit in
You
your living
can
room.
play it in
or-
bed.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome.
Play it in
It's the
bed.
best feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, also
And, take
Bethesda
the
showed like a
Joy-Con shot.
trailer for Elder
I
Scrolls
swear to
Online.
God, Dylan.
Oh yeah,
Which is
Elder
actually a
Scrolls
game I
Online
played.
Morrowind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually played that game quite extensively and had trouble with like a very specific thing that I'm not gonna talk about and go in depth because that would take way too long. But the add-on looks cool. There's a lot of cool stuff, but it's probably gonna gate a lot of players because
Buzz,
they're
buzz.
adding battlegrounds, which is
Yeah.
like another way of PvP. And people without the add-on just can't play that version of PvP. So the old PvP, which is just these huge siege battles, are either gonna die out or people are just not gonna care about these battlegrounds. I don't think there will be a very good middle ground unless the rewards are exactly the same for the exact amount of time. So that's gonna be very difficult for them to do. Just
Yeah.
finding that out.
Okay.
Also, the world looked pretty nice. It's very detailed to the Morrowind world, like the third Elder Scrolls game, which is nice. I approve.
Devil's Third.
Yeah, there was like 3 Elder Scrolls games. It's Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, and Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls 5. Those are like the Elder Scrolls games.
Oh,
They all release on every console and your phone and your toaster
Yeah.
I
And
play
your spiderweb.
Skyrim on my toaster.
and your spiderweb.
What were there any other?
4K
Oh,
spiderweb.
they had a Doom VR game too. It was called Doom VFR. I don't know whether that's just like the new Doom but VR or whether it's like an actual new game or not.
It's probably going to be just the new Doom in VR.
Probably.
it's gonna be
Knowing
you.
Bethesda,
Yeah, knowing Bethesda, it's gonna be that.
yeah.
And then
Okay, so
the best
what the-
part of
what is it?
Bethesda was the paid mods that looked fun. The
Oh my
Creators
God.
Club.
Wait, hold on a second. There was a PC Gamer satire page, and it was talking about how Crab Armor was going to be paid DLC. And then at the Bethesda conference, Crab Armor was paid DLC.
That's
No.
brilliant.
That pissed me off.
That's a thing. I saw that as well.
God.
Gotta love the Bethesda Creators Club.
Hold on, I gotta see
It's
this.
definitely a good idea.
Like, I'm gonna break into a long discussion about this, but it's stupid. Next.
Yeah, I don't think anyone here disagrees with that being stupid.
Image.
Modders don't
Scott
want
doesn't
this.
even
I
know.
don't
Scott
know if-
barely. Scott doesn't even know what it is. He's just here.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're gonna get to
Potatoes.
that part soon.
You didn't hear about it?
Here it is. That's the picture.
Skyrim wants like
First
Bethesda
Skyrim
wants to do this
DLC
freaking
announced.
paid mods thing, basically.
Yeah. So the left one is never mind. I'm not even gonna put the picture in the video, so I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not even gonna bother explaining it. Just like,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
Cool.
So on to Ubisoft.
Yeah. Okay, Ubisoft's conference was great as a conference. I'm not saying the games themselves were great, but the way they did it was awesome because it was just like instead of it being like super corporate, like let's bring in a celebrity to play Just Dance for the entire conference. Like this time, it was like the developers came out and talked about their game. Yeah, the developers came out and like talked about their game or were like passionate about it, and then like some of the coolest moments when they like cut out to the audience and they had like a guy that like worked on the game and is super emotional about it. And, like gets someone's like, oh my god, people like my game, and that's like the greatest. So like I don't know, I thought that was really cool. Like when they did Mario and Rabbids at the beginning, and like the director for the game, they show him in the audience, and he's like tearing up, and he stands up and he's like, "Hey, I made this game, and people like it. That's good." And it was really cool. So I thought that was awesome.
Rasbo?
I must admit, I think Mario and Rabbids looks not terrible.
Yo,
not sure
I'm
what to
hyped
think
for
of
it. I'm hyped for it. It's Mario XCOM. Yo, that's like combines two awesome things.
I'm not really sure exactly what the Rabbids games were like. I don't know if this is just another Rabbids game with Mario characters.
It's Mario Party but trash. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's basically just minigame collections, and they were very good. They were like with early motion controls from the Wii without the Mii Motion Plus. So yes.
Yo, but what about Rabbids Go Home though? That game was pretty lit.
I like that game. That was actually a very fun one.
That game was ridiculous. That wasn't a party game. Most of the Rabbids games are party games, but some of them aren't.
Wasn't there a Rabbids cartoon?
Yes, there is one. It plays actively on the television.
Oh no.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Why does this exist, and why do we have to watch it right now?
That's worse than the Minions.
There's a Rabbids like playground center in my town.
Dude, that's great.
What?
I want you to
the
go
last
there, and I
game
want
that
you
the
to film
Rabbids
it.
actually had was for the Wii.
Yes.
So why is this such a big thing? So weird. Like they make such a big marketing thing out of it, but the last game was so long ago.
They're just minions.
Yeah, it's Minions, but even more.
Except that's the thing.
Deprived.
It's minions which like appeal to like the lowest level intelligent human beings, like people with like developing brains, like babies and stuff. But then like, because like nobody cares about minions unless like you're a child, right? Like the minions are just so dumb. And Rabbids are the same thing, right? It's just the dumbest humor.
Mm-hmm.
Like for kids, and like it's all colorful and everything, and appeals to kids. Except the gameplay is what? It's freaking XCOM super strategy. It's like the dumb. Like, why did they do Rabbids? They just couldn't.
And then just throw in Mario because we need something stupid.
It would have been better if it would. I honestly like. I mean, I'll have to play the game for myself and like judge. But I failed. I don't think that putting the Rabbids in does any. It would have been better as just a Mario strategy game, you know.
Yeah, or even like Rayman or something.
But the game itself, the gameplay itself, like I'm hyped for that gameplay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So like,
no, that makes complete sense.
Like I've never bought a Rabbids game. I have no interest in buying any Rabbids games. But like this game on its own is like that's awesome. I want more of that.
Yeah.
So,
maybe they actually want to like lure hardcore gamers or strategy players for whatever reason into the Rabbids and ease them into them, because as LambHoot said, I don't know people that like rabbits are usually very small.
Yeah. The funniest part of the whole conference,
what
the conference opened, and it's like they opened with Mario and Rabbids, right? Which is like, okay, that makes sense. It's a huge project for them, right? And the freaking head of Ubisoft walks onto the stage and is like, for years, everyone has wondered what would happen if we combined the world of Rabbids with Mario. And everyone's like, literally, no one has asked that question.
I wish they would have actually been a lot less corporate about that, and we're just like, no one ever really wanted this, but you're still getting it. Fuck you, it's gonna be great.
Oh God.
The thing is that it is great. Like, that's the thing. It's like, it's ridiculous. Like, I can't make heads or tails of it. I was like, when I heard about this game like being rumored, I was like, there's no way this can be good. Like, it just can't be, because it's like Rabbids and Mario. Like, what? And then it's good, and it's like, what? So I don't know. I'm excited.
Mario with a gun.
Yeah, like what? And then Miyamoto comes up on stage like, "Oh, I like Mario with a gun." It's like, what? What happened? What happened to you? What happened to you? Like being like, "Oh, you can't make an actual Paper Mario game because it's gotta be Mario." Now you're like, "Oh, just give Mario guns. I don't care." Like,
just like Mario XCOM, it's fine. What? You're making an RPG with Mario? Nah, that's uncool. Make it the same game, but make it bad. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Ship that right now.
It's just a complete like 180 from Miyamoto, which is interesting, but like at the same time, it pisses me off because I'm like, a game like Sticker Star or Color Splash could have been like an actual Mario.
Also,
RPG.
that leaked image that everyone thought was fake, and one guy said like, haha, I made that. Yeah, that was totally actually the picture.
Of course. Yeah.
Yep.
What else from Ubisoft? Anything? They showed more Assassin's
Good and
Creed.
Evil HD, right?
For what?
Beyond Good and Evil HD, was that a thing at the Ubisoft?
No, it's Beyond Good and Evil 2. It's actually
It's a
completely
sequel.
new
It's
game.
a sequel.
It's 2, I thought it was HD.
It's a sequel.
It's a sequel. Isn't it like an edgy sequel or something? Like they swear a lot now, and everyone was mad about that.
God.
Because it's
Yeah,
like that's
they
not
said
Beyond Good and
motherfucker
Evil.
like 10 times, I think. In like 3 minutes.
They're taking the Jack and Daxter route for sequels, I see.
Yeah.
And it's a prequel to the story, so it's not even like finishing the cliffhanger that a lot of people wanted to finish. So it's basically like not releasing Half-Life 3, but making it like a prequel. I don't know. It's weird.
Releasing Half-Life 3 Kleiner's Adventures.
Basically.
That's essentially what Beyond Good and Evil 2 is.
It's very weird.
Was there any other exciting announcements at the Ubisoft thing?
I thought that
I thought the
Crew 2 looked pretty
presentation
cool.
was good. What game?
The Crew 2. Like,
The Crew?
it's not just car racing, but it's like you can just take a vehicle and just go somewhere and do things. That looked pretty fun. I like just flying around places in most open world games. So that looked pretty fun.
Yeah, sure.
But I'd probably not pay $60 for that.
Exactly. That's what it comes down to every time.
Exactly.
So what else?
Also, the racing looked super basic.
Yeah. What wasn't it? Was it the Crew? I don't remember if it was the Crew, but there's one like thing where the guy was demonstrating it, and he was like the worst freaking like car driver of all time, and he kept crashing into things and being like, it's really easy to control. Not like it clearly was, but he's crashed into walls because he's like bad. So it's funny. I don't know whether it was the Crew.
Maybe it was the Crew.
It could have been. It could have also been.
Forza.
Forza. Yeah, I don't know. Or it could have been Need for Speed. What didn't they not say Need for Speed? I don't know. I don't really follow those racing games.
The racing games.
I just play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because I'm deluxe like that. So are we moving on to Sony?
I guess we are, because that's Sony and Nintendo is going to be like the next hour.
The entire like second half of the thing.
Okay, so
Sony's like wasn't even good though.
It wasn't.
They made
but we're still going to talk about it
Yo.
because there was at least stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That middle VR section was hilarious. Like Scott was telling me about it yesterday, and it was the funniest freaking thing. At first, they show a 2D platformer, I think, in VR, and I'm like, what? Like, what are you trying?
Oh,
are you
yeah.
trying? Like, what was that? Like, that's not a VR game. And then they had the heavy metal fishing game from Final Fantasy 15.
Yo.
You know what I'm talking about?
That was amazing.
It was Final Fantasy 15 VR fishing, and then they had like freaking heavy metal music playing behind it to make the fishing sound more epic than it actually is.
Well, wait, no, that was the original music.
Really?
From the fishing mode. Yes. Have you ever
That's
played
even
the
better.
fishing in Final Fantasy?
I haven't
It's-
played fishing in Final Fantasy.
Well, there's
no, I
like
haven't.
different tracks depending on the fish you land, but if you land
Okay.
like a really intense fish, it's like it's like it's super freaking intense.
The most intense fishing of all time.
Oh, frick.
Man, I can't wait for Final Fantasy 15.
I'm so glad that became the top comment on Reddit. I'm just so glad.
Ugh.
Also, I just looked at what you were talking about with Undertale. So they're bringing
Yeah.
Undertale to PS4. That's all.
Yeah, they're bringing Undertale to PS4 and Vita. And my
I
question
can play
is,
Undertale on my PlayStation Home.
yeah. So here are my two questions. Right? Is one, why bring Undertale to the PS4 when like a 2001 PC can run it? Instead of bringing it to you bring it to the Vita, but like I would bring it to a portable system.
Yeah,
like-
you want it on the Switch. That's
You want it
actually the
on-
most sensible thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but then
do it.
also I'm thinking about Undertale as a game, and like I'm not gonna go into spoiler territory here, but there are certain aspects of the game that I'm wondering how it even works on a console, or whether some of those aspects could be lessened and or taken away by being on a console.
I know
Like
what
the
you mean.
Keyword specific stuff.
No, he's referring to
There are two
the end.
specific things. There's one thing at the end that I'm like, I don't even know how that's gonna work, and I'm worried it's gonna be just like terrible. And then the other thing is that one aspect of the game that's very interesting is that the game, what people talked about when the game came out is that the game, quote unquote, knows, if that makes sense. So basically, if you do something and you like close the game and then open it and reload an old save, then the game still remembers. And so, but it even got more interesting because people who really wanted to dig into like the game's files and try and reset their files, like even sometimes in those cases the game still knew, but then there are certain ways to delete it and reset your thing and like all this crazy stuff. And if you do the like kill everyone like no mercy playthrough, then it's like even more crazy. So like I'm wondering how all of that will work and if that could cause problems, because I'm thinking like here's another example, right? Like so like if the game knows, right, and you do like a no mercy playthrough and then the game remembers on your next like normal playthrough, right? And I'm not going to say how it remembers, but it remembers. So then let's say you're like, oh, hey best friend that just walked in, you should play this cool game I own called Undertale. And he's like, okay. And so then, on a computer, right? You can you can clear your files and do it. It's possible, and you can Google it and look up how to do it. On a PS4, how do you do that? Because then you play the game for the first time. Like his experience with the game is completely changed and different. So I don't even know. So
the problem with that would actually be that actually resetting the game at all is like not intentional, but still like something the creator likes to see, because people actually speedrun this game, which is kind of weird, but okay.
Yeah.
And they have to do this true reset to get all these different routes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they couldn't even do that on the PS4, even if it was like a faster version, so that would kind of be stupid.
Yeah.
So I guess there will be some way to get like a true reset on by just re-downloading the game. It's probably just gonna be like 80 megs or something. It's not gonna be big, so
maybe
I'd say the most probable thing would just be delete the game, download it anew, and bada bang, bada boom, you have a free save.
Because one of the cool things was in Steam, if you deleted the game and re-downloaded it, still like remembered.
Yeah, it remembered because of the cloud, but you can delete things out of your cloud as well.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, but it's weird. But the announcement was cool. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it belongs on the PS4 necessarily, but like I'm sure Toby Fox will make some money off of it, because there are some people that would be like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that.
What I'm worried about is how could Ness be on a Sony console?
I swear to God. I swear.
But that's just the
right.
theory. A game
No!
theory.
Oh,
And I
Matt,
just
you
puked in the mouth
ruined
of
it.
Oh, also Sony things, right? World War II, Call of Duty. Anyone?
Oh yes, yes. I was
Yo,
just
that's just
so
the Battlefield 1
excited.
ripoff. Battlefield 1 ripoff. It's like, oh, Battlefield's going back to World War 1. Oh, well, we got to go back to oh, we can't do World War 1. We got to do World War 2. Ah.
And then just say it's nostalgia, and people are actually gonna be nostalgic because the people who played it back then are now like 12.
Oh, I thought you were talking about World War II. Like, oh, I'm so nostalgic for Hitler.
As a German, yes, we are
No.
very nostalgic about that.
No,
of course.
no, the new Call of Duty game is just
Dude.
Literally called Call of Duty World War II. It's not.
Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah,
least
I know. They
original
didn't
title.
even try.
Yeah, not even try.
Pretty good, though, I mean. I think
What,
World at War
Dennis?
was like the best Call of Duty.
Yeah, that one was good.
But
I
like,
agree.
Not Black
it's-
Ops, huh? You had it in your story video, Dennis.
Okay, shut up, you. Okay, but like, it's like, okay. The thing is, it's not just a setting change, right? It's like, it's a real like reset of all of Call of Duty's mechanics. Like, Call of Duty has been getting like more and more complex in terms of like the sort of motion that like a player can do alone. But now they're
You
going
can,
back to
walk
like,
walls and walk on walls.
Yeah.
And crap.
but now they're going back to like you can like get tanks and stuff. Like the tanks in World at War were like the coolest, dude. And like that's something that's been lacking at Call of Duty. Like everybody's just always the same dude running around with the same guns. But now you're gonna have dudes in a tank and dudes in a gun, stuff like that.
Okay.
Dudes
Yeah,
in
the
a
thing is-
gun?
I
The
think
thing
I
is
think
that
it's
Call of
good. I
Duty
think
at
it's a good return to form for Call of Duty. Yo.
Like the first Call of Duty's intention was to simulate like fights in a trench, though, so it made sense that
Yeah.
there's only infantry battles and like quote close quarters combat. Ugh.
Yeah. But it was just like even like
I don't
I
know.
remember like when what was it? Modern Warfare 1 came out and everybody was like, "Wow, this game's so great!" And like the multiplayer was fun and everything. And then it
Mhm.
was like World at War came out and it was like, whoa, because now it was like the kill streaks were different and it was like improvements, right? They added vehicles, they added this and that, and then it was like Modern Warfare 2 came out and it was like, okay, now it's like a lot of kill streaks, but like there's no vehicles anymore. And then they just started removing, but they were adding stuff like cool stuff into like the single player, and I was like, why isn't this coming in the multiplayer? So I think like tanks and vehicles and stuff in multiplayer are like, that's what it's about, homie. That's what it's about.
Well, maybe it'll be like better. But I also like it's interesting because like I've been talking to people that like when I was younger were like huge Call of Duty fanboys and there was no talking them out of it, and now they're like, no, Call of Duty sucks. So I don't know like where specifically Call of Duty lost their fan base and like
Yeah.
lost their trust, but like I'm not sure whether it might be too little, too late.
Advanced Warfare was probably the.
They're
the
still
part where they
making a
lost
lot
it.
of money with the
Yeah.
game, so they probably don't really
Black
care.
Ops
They're
2.
just gonna milk it.
Black Ops
Yeah.
2 was like a heyday for Call of Duty, dude. Everyone loved
What are you
Black Ops
talking
2.
about? Black Ops. Okay, Black Ops 2 is a meme, dude.
Dude,
Black Ops 2. Okay, here. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put multiple storylines in the single player,
oh, yeah.
right?
The single player
But
was trash.
the multiple storylines made no sense. Whether you shoot this guy in the head or you shoot him in the leg determines whether or not he comes in at the end. Or it's like, what do you mean whether or not he comes in at the end? There's like 40 years that span between the moment that you decide to either shoot him in the freaking foot or shoot him in the head. 40 years! And then what? He just shows up at the end. Like, it's you saved him. He just shows up and it's like, where have you been all this time? He's like, I don't know. It's like, what? That's multiple storylines?
Yeah, but
Shut
like
up.
Dennis, you're like the
Yo.
one person on earth who actually plays Call of Duty for the single player. For
Oh,
like,
shut
as
up.
someone who was
Dude.
in middle school and was full of was around a bunch of douchebags who played Call of Duty, everyone freaking loved it.
They didn't even have flamethrowers.
Oh man,
Black Ops 1 had a
flamethrowers.
flamethrower.
What
If they
a
didn't
loss!
care about the single player, then just don't make a single player and make an online shooter. Just make Overwatch.
But that's
Yeah.
like the
Make
standard.
TF2. Why
Yo,
make?
Black Ops
Yeah,
was
but
so good.
either do a proper
It
single
was.
player that's fun, has a compelling story, or at least good gameplay, or don't and just make an online shooter and give some good tutorials on how to get good at the game and stuff. Like that's
not
fine.
saying- I'm not saying Black Ops 2 was like an objectively good game, that I liked it, but there is like a billion people who still love Black Ops 2.
No.
People still also
Yeah.
play the old Call of
wasn't,
Duties like, over and over.
Which one was the best selling? Wasn't it
Black Ops.
No. Best selling, I think, because they kept topping it for a long time. I think
Modern
Black Ops
Warfare 2?
3 was the best selling, and
Was
then
it Black Ops 3?
I think so. And then like they freaked out because it was like the game after that. I don't remember which one it was. The game after that like sold less for the first time ever in Call of Duty history, and people were like, oh.
The best-selling Call of Duty to this point is actually Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Oh,
followed by Black Ops 1. And those are just apart by 300,000 sales.
Well, I know
Both
that,
have
I know that
30 million sales.
Wow.
I know that
Crazy.
Black Ops 2 had like a resurgence in sales just a couple of months ago, and it was like on the top 10 best-selling games of like the month or something, just like a little while ago, because Xbox announced like the backwards compatibility for it,
Right.
and then people started buying it more than like modern games. Yo, what the frick?
That's dumb.
Are Black Ops games even about Black Ops anymore? Like
the first one was
stuff? Yeah, it was, but then everything
others
else
are
was
just
like
about
okay,
freaking
shoot
robots.
dudes.
You got a sword at one point. You could slice people's heads off. Like,
Oh my
what?
god, it's Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
No, actually, yeah, no, you're just this dude and you were like backhand wielding a sword. That was the worst part.
I wonder how
holding
good
it like
your
a
parry
knife.
is in that game.
Oh, shut up. Dylan, I freaking hate you. Oh my god. You didn't even get a robot. Like, come on.
I didn't even get a robot. What?
You
What?
got the little robot, but you didn't get the big robot. It's so stupid.
Yo,
What are
this
you
sales
talking
chart
about?
that this sales chart you sent me isn't even legit. They don't have big red one on here. It's the best Call of Duty.
Big red one. I know which one you're talking about too. The one on
like
PS2.
the Black Album.
Yeah. Okay, so on to Shadow of the Colossus HD.
Is that game a remaster or a remake?
It's a remake.
Why?
It's a remake.
Because
Great.
they need something good at their presentation. They're like, oh, well, we might as well do this one thing that everyone wanted the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's
Yeah, but,
already
like, The Shadow of the
HD
it's like to me like remaking Shadow of the Colossus is like the 2001 Planet of the Apes remake. It's like, well, you're by its existence you're like ruining the original, you know what I mean?
I don't
Or like the
think
new
so.
God of
Just
War,
be
dude.
wrong.
The new God of War
Oh.
sucks. The new God of War is going to suck. And it's like
Oh.
it's
What?
ruining the original God of War and it's
Okay, whoa. Hold on. Let's stay on topic here. I want to keep going about Shadow of the Colossus. I think it's going to be okay because I mean, I don't know how it's just going to ruin the first
Okay.
one by existing.
Okay,
Well,
so
it
here's
plays
my
the
thing.
same exact way, right? It's like the same exact game except just completely
So
remade.
here's the thing:
right?
if it's like Crash, like the remade Crash, I'm down with it because that means it's the same exact level design, same exact everything. It's just like redone, right? That's
Yeah.
cool. But like when you have to differentiate between like a remaster, a remake, and then like a reboot. You know what I mean?
Sequel.
The reboot
Yeah.
and a lot of times the three are interchangeably used. And so when I saw a trailer for Shadow of the Colossus, I was like, oh, I recognize that Colossus, but I don't know whether it's the exact same environment or not. It could be a completely different thing, and they could change the level design. It make me angry.
I
So
think
hope
it's
they
going to be
don't-
the exact same thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Hopefully. Hopefully it's just
they probably just completely remade it, to be honest. Just because
Yeah.
on one hand people would get angry if they made like new things, just like slightly change it. On the other, they just are lazy and want to make money.
Well, they already
Myth
have
of
it.
the
They already have
Colossus.
a remaster of it on PS3. So I mean, I don't know why they're making it, but I think it'll do good.
yeah. That's why I'm
Yeah.
like I don't get why it needs to exist.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's
Kinda
on next gen
pointless.
hardware. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to like bring out their PS3 and plug it all in just so they could play
But
a game that doesn't look as good as it does, on
that's
PS4.
just such a weird reason to remake games, though. I don't know. Just
Whatever.
offer the old game on like a virtual console thing, like on a store. Done. No need
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
remake
easy.
entire games.
Just to make more money.
Yeah, exactly. Like they make more money, and because of all of the cool top 10 lists on YouTube, Shadow of the Colossus has got like a huge amount of popularity. Even though it probably didn't sell crazily well, I don't think it did. It sold
didn't.
like decently well.
It sold
So-
okay.
It's the
I bet
best-selling
like a
Team Eco game.
remaster. Yeah, but like a remaster would probably sell a lot just because of word of mouth that has spread throughout the internet since the PS2 days.
That's fair. So that exists.
That Monster Hunter thing looked alright.
Yeah, it looked pretty
I'm
good.
surprised that wasn't a Nintendo thing.
Yeah. I thought it was Dark Souls at first. I was like, what the heck? The frick? And then as soon as that dude started running, you tell. Like, as soon as, like, you see a really serious-looking game, but then the character starts running like a moron, you know it's Monster Hunter.
What about Metal Gear Solid?
They run so stupidly. No, they're like, oh, watch out! Like, it's so dumb.
They just run like stupid cartoon characters or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure main characters. It's stupid. I love it.
Yeah.
They're so dumb.
And the swords.
dumb.
Oh my god.
Like they don't run like ooh, I gotta run away from this monster. Like you can hear in their heads just oh no, like that's how they run.
Yeah, the backs are just straight
Like,
and not
they
like
went up-
bent forward. They're not sprinting.
Yeah.
They're just like doing the slight jog, but it's very, very straight, and they're very aware of how they're running. It's so stupid. I love it.
God.
I don't even know why that's a staple of Monster Hunter.
Okay, so on to Days Gone.
What the heck is that?
They
Is that
spent
that day?
They spent like
That's
a
Last of
bazillion
Us, but
years on
not
that
terrible.
They spent like a
Yo.
gazillion years on that interactive thing, and it was like I was getting bored really quick.
But it's open world.
It's open world with like actually good zombies and
If it's
kinda-
open
it looks
world,
more
then that
like-
means the experience that was was shown off in that giant freaking quote unquote gameplay scene would never happen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's like I don't know. I'm not sold.
If you get a pistol, you can just shoot the guys. So
yeah,
I
but
don't
then
know.
you could
Like,
just say you could
that's
use
how all
one
open
bullet.
world games boil down to. Like, if
But
you
there
can
was a
just use
bear.
Yeah, but see, like when
Which
they
is a
advertise
bear.
like Zelda or like even Skyrim, like it was like look how big this world is, you know what I mean? And like look at all these places you can explore. With Days Gone, they're like
Yeah.
look at this super specific cinematic experience, and it's like, well, I'm never gonna have that because
Yeah.
it's an open world game.
Also, he was stepping super loudly in the rain, and it was like splish splash. And then he
Yeah.
threw like one rock lightly at a piece of wood, and everyone was like, "What was that? What was that? Oh, is that a bear trick? I'm gonna step into it. Nyeh. Oh, my foot is hurting. What is this? This is everyone come over here. This is a distraction, everyone. Let the main character through, please."
Can we take that and just replace the audio in the original?
When this please someone do that. Like I don't know, we might have to get like we have to get one of the LambHoot Discord server memers to make that happen.
I'll do it. I'll probably do it.
You will?
Yes, please do that.
Cool.
I'm not in
Yes,
that
the shit
server
poster
anymore.
of the group. He will do it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm making a video. I can do that.
I still have to edit my freaking Mario video. We got
I
now
still think
E3.
Ouch
Now
1 is your
E3's
masterpiece.
happened, and now it's like, oh well, my like random Mario Odyssey speculation is now slightly out of date. What will happen? Oh no.
Actually, you know what? Speaking of LambHoot's Discord server, can we talk about how many people were talking about how they hoped for Battle for Bikini Bottom HD on Switch?
Were they actually? Because I've just not been listening to that. Discord.
Hey guys, look at this cover for Battle for Bikini Bottom on the Nintendo 3 with 2 eyes.
Were they serious about that?
Yeah. That was real.
I can't believe this.
I can't believe it either. Go on to Dennis's Discord
I wouldn't be
server if you
surprised,
want to
though.
kill yourself.
Yo, I would be surprised though because like honestly, what has Heavy Iron like done in the past like forever?
Nothing. Who
Nothing.
freaking cares? They're probably gonna make another SpongeBob game with the new whatever, with the new movie or whatever the heck, and then that's gonna be the end of it. Yo, who freaking
And
cares?
there's gonna be like 2 people from Dennis's Discord server that are gonna buy it, and they're gonna be like, "Wow, guys, look at this! It's so good."
And then I'm
It's
never
so
gonna
great.
stop. They're gonna keep commenting for the rest of my life. What
Make a video on it.
You gotta do. I got
Then
2
everyone-
freaking Twitter DMs. I'm not answering because people are asking me what SpongeBob game I'm doing.
Dude, the Discord server's gonna watch this video and they're gonna cry. They're gonna be like,
I don't care. It's harassment. It was 2 people at the same 10-minute interval who sent me. I was gonna message on Twitter. What the frick? And then I check it. It's like, hey, I got a question. I'm like, okay, shoot. What's up, B? He's like, what's the next SpongeBob? But I'm like, no.
We gotta get SpongeBob back.
other guy, same thing. And there's this one dude who's been commenting on all my videos for the past
Just
couple
out
of
of
days,
curiosity, are
yelling
we
about
still on
SpongeBob.
topic or
No, we're not on
No.
topic. We're talking about
We'll-
SpongeBob.
Okay,
We'll get
no,
back there. We'll get
no
back
more.
on topic.
What
Yeah,
conference were we
let's get
talking
back.
about? Oh yeah, Sony. Freaking God of War!
I actually really think it looks interesting.
I like
God of War cross The Last of Us cross a movie.
I like
It's not
it.
even a freaking game. Every time they okay, you know what'd be good? If they're gonna do over the shoulder like slow combat and everything.
Are you talking about God of War?
Yeah,
No?
like if they're
Okay.
gonna do that sort of stuff, if they're gonna like make you this big hefty dude, they might as well make the combat like really deep, like freaking Dark Souls or something, right?
Yeah, and it's not.
Like, but it's not. Like you see
Yeah,
the guy
God of
going.
War. Yeah.
He's
No.
just shredding through people. He's just taking his axe and he just do. Nobody can like stand any of his hits. Like I was watching at one point. There's like a bunch of dudes in a area, and he's just slicing. And one dude is gearing up to do an attack, and right before he goes, the guy axes him, and it just like cancels his attack. So it's like, oh, it's just gonna be another dumb. It's gonna be a hack and slash, but like without the camera or controls you want for a hack and slash. And
Exactly.
then every once in a while, you're gonna fight a really big, spooky enemy.
Because it looks like they have a freaking third-person shooter camera for a
Yeah.
hack and slash, right? And so it's like I don't.
Why?
Yeah, they're trying to make it very cinematic, I think, but
Oh.
God,
I'm actually
that isn't
reserving
cinematic.
myself.
God, that isn't cinematic though. That's like fake cinematic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the original
Because
God
like
of War is
the
one of
original
my
God of
favorite.
War was cinematic.
Yeah.
I only played like a God of War for the PSP, like that one, and I thought it was fun and fine, but it wasn't nearly as like complex as a DMC or something like that.
Yeah, but that's like
it
that's
was
what
like
it should
fun
be.
for portable fun. So the story should just be fairly simple. I don't
Mhm.
think that a complex story or like complex character interaction and stuff is good for that series.
Yeah,
at
like
all.
I remember last year's E3 when they were playing God of War music, and then it opens up with Kratos freaking talking to his son about like, oh, you're gonna be like a man someday. I'm like, oh no, stop! What are you doing?
Yo, what the frick?
I can't wait to be a dad.
You're gonna go up and
honestly.
be a demigod like me. Yeah, I was like, stop.
One day you two are gonna have a very long span of games that are way too short for their own good.
Yeah, you're gonna tear people apart just like me, son. Just watch.
That was the whole game. The whole God of War was just who's Kratos? He's just you just kill people. Who cares? You
That's
just kill
fun.
people. Now it's
I
like
love killing people.
I'm Kratos, I have a child. Son, kill the deer. Turn to nature. Take this knife. Look at my axe. There's a giant
Also,
snake
like, why does he
creature.
care about? Why does he care about his son killing things if he's gonna like eventually kill all the gods? Because Kratos doesn't want to get.
Yo,
but, like Kratos
That freaking
doesn't
snake
care about killing all the
creature.
gods anymore.
But I'm actually down with like them going through just other mythologies. That's actually a cool idea. I like Nordic mythology. So
But if it was like the old God of Wars, like in the giant snake dude, right? He shows up he's like, "Ooh," and then Kratos is like, "What is he saying?" It's like, you know what happened in God of War, like 1, 2, 3, or any of the others, because
You
it
just
did
go.
happen multiple times. You know, if a giant monster came, you know, Kratos, he would just jump and grab his sword and rip the guy to freaking shreds, take his eyeballs out, just freaking go for it.
Exactly.
But now he's like sitting in a canoe. Oh, what do you want? Like, just jump. Just
He's a
freaking
dad
take
now.
his
He's
bump.
he has to be a good influence, Dennis. Unlike you.
Jesus Christ, it's so stupid.
Your
It's
son's gonna grow up
so-
very violent, Dennis.
Yo,
Yeah,
Kratos
the-
is
the-
just supposed to kill everything. They should have just
Yeah.
made a new IP. They should have just made God of
Yeah,
War.
that God of War is so bad.
Yeah.
I can't. That angered me so
I don't
much.
know. I like it.
I actually legit
Dylan,
am.
go- you can't even
also
play
not-
freaking Xbox, a loser.
Excuse
actually
me.
also think it's not gonna be too terrible as long as the story isn't too out of control. Like even God of War 1 had like a lot of story. Not gonna lie, but it
Yeah.
was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kratos, go kill something. Psych! We tricked you. We're
Yeah.
gods and we're assholes. And then
Yeah.
Kratos was like, you're assholes. I'm gonna kill you.
But it had a great
That was
progression
enough.
too, and it was
Yeah, like it had a
long.
good progression.
You were like always like going. It made sense where you're going. This one's gonna be like 6 hours.
Yeah. Also, why exactly is Kratos killing old gods and shit?
Because he's
it's
a
fun.
father.
Son, I am a father. Yes. So I need to kill gods. What? No, that makes no sense. But marketing. Yeah,
We
okay.
didn't see any gods in this thing. We just saw that weird
Dude, the snake is Jormungand, the
I
world
swear,
snake.
I swear,
So,
just
it's a
watch
god.
it be like you only kill like one god and it's the final boss of the game.
Dude, the snake is a god. Do you not Nordic mythology? That's like the world snake. They're not gonna kill them though. He's because the song's like the way he's friendly. Hey, peace.
He wants to help us. Kratos, he wants to help us.
I just wanted them to have like a Easter egg, so that
I
would
just
be
want
great.
Kratos to like walk through, kill all these gods, and be like, destroyed all of them. And they'll be like, Kratos, why are you killing us? He's like, I'm looking for some Slovakia. I cannot find the Souvlaki anywhere. Here, I killed the god of Souvlaki back in ancient Greece, and now I can't find Souvlaki. And like, that's the whole thing. It's just Kratos' quest for freaking Souvlaki.
And then he joins up with a Rick and Morty reference for the Szechuan sauce and some teriyaki. Great.
Snake, I will put you on a stick. I will eat you.
Yes.
I can't wait for God of War 5 Greek Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
What was that one word that you kept trying to say at the end of the God of War 3 video?
Urgh.
I can't even remember.
I can't remember.
Freaking remember.
It had a in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That was a funny meme.
Whatever. It was a pretty dank meme.
Oh, Ramon,
No, what
Ramon.
Well, what other PlayStation things were there? They had a trailer
We're
for the
still
Crash
talking
Bandicoot
about
game that's coming out this
Sony?
month.
What?
Yes. Okay.
I don't
Oh,
think there was
goodness, you
anything
people
else.
are so-
Go to the
Well,
doctor.
no.
I don't think there was
There's
anything
gotta be-
else.
There's got to be something. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, that actually looked interesting.
That looked okay.
Oh, what was the? There's definitely what was the game? What was the game where they had like the live actor dude
Quantum
whose name I can't
Loop
remember?
or whatever.
No, it wasn't that. It was
The
like,
Microsoft
it was
one.
Crash
though.
Breaker?
Crashlands
Can you
3. Crashlands 3.
Quantum Breaker.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Quantum
Breaker
yeah.
3.
It's basically like a competition
And it
for
had
that.
Terry Crews in it, which is great because Terry Crews is amazing. So that's great.
Yeah.
Why isn't it just like a TV show or like better? A
Terry
DVD
Crews,
movie?
the show, the series.
Yeah.
We need to.
No, there was one that
Featuring
was like
Dante
a
from
trailer,
Devil May
and
Cry.
it was like a dude in like a suit, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be real excited to play this game," and then it cut to a gameplay, and it was like really cool, because he like jumped out of this frame, and then it cut to the gameplay, and the guy kind of looked like the celebrity, so I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool," but I don't remember what game it was. I don't even know whether it was Sony or not, but it was like that was a cool moment. I think it was like Crashlands or something like that, some game like that. I don't know. I don't know games. Why are we doing this?
He doesn't know games. That's why he does a professional game review channel.
Yeah, Spider-Man was pretty.
Oh yeah, there was
it's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
It was
As
pretty
long as
quick
the
time
swinging
event
isn't as
intensive.
good as in Spider-Man 2 for the PS2, not interested.
Nothing is as good as
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 on the PS2.
Okay, the bit of swinging they did show looked pretty legit.
Yeah,
I
like
just-
you can
I-
just
it did.
attach your web to everything, which is great.
That game is like fully open world, right?
Also, it's a
I hope
spider, so it just has a lot of processing power.
Yeah, we're back at that meme.
Oh,
Yes,
God.
gotta keep the memes fresh.
Okay.
Yo.
Well, okay. Well, let's have Scott talk now. So let's go to the Nintendo conference. The
Are
Nintendo.
you still with us, Scott?
No.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
So
well,
let's go on to
Nintendo.
Nintendo then.
Yeah. Okay. So Nintendo killed it, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
And I say that from the perspective of someone who's like, was I excited about every game? No. Did they reveal every game in the best way possible? No. But like, they still showed a lot of software, and they did focus heavily on this year, despite announcing some new things. They're like, hey, this is gonna be a thing. Hey, this is gonna be a thing. But like the stuff they focused on, they're like focused on like the stuff that was coming out this year, and I thought that was really good. Where like other companies are like, oh, here's a trailer for a game that we might never release ever.
Well, okay, but Nintendo also kind of did that with like, hey, here's a picture of Metroid Prime 4 in a fancy After Effects show.
No, you know-
Okay, but see,
Even better
see-
was just, oh, and by the way, we're working on Pokemon.
yeah, but see.
So please buy the
But
Switch
see,
already.
No, but see, here's the thing. Honestly, like those two things, I can kind of forgive them for it because those two things were things that like they would have gotten such a huge backlash if they weren't mentioned.
Yeah.
Where just like the announcement of it, people could be like, "Oh, they won E3." You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
they like what would I have liked to see like actual Metroid Prime 4? Absolutely. Am I kind of like disappointed they're like, oh, they're just working on it or whatever? But it's kind of like when they just say the words Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Like it's just going to get people excited. So it's stupid not to say it.
Hype.
If they know it's gonna come out, it's stupid not to say it.
Yeah, we didn't get a
Yeah,
and
sense
the
of
I
Pokemon
thought
that.
just announcing it was all they really needed to do, because that's the message that they need to get across. It's existing. It's happening.
Yeah.
Bear with us.
Yeah.
But we'll make
Like,
we
if it
will
was
make
any
it.
other
So get
game.
excited.
Yeah. If it was any other game, I would be like, no, they should wait until they have actual footage. But just because Metroid Prime, or any new Metroid game for that matter, has been such a huge thing for like years now, and last time it was Metroid Prime Federation Force, like they needed, I forgive them for that. And even with the Pokemon thing, like that was kind of damage control, I feel like. I don't even think they would have put the Pokemon dude in there if there wasn't people like angry that they're like, oh, they didn't make a Pokemon game for the Switch, even though like Game Freak has never made like Pokemon games on a system when it comes out.
True.
Because it's like they released Black and White 2 like a year after the 3DS came out.
Mhm.
So like,
And that's actually a very legit argument. Yeah, that's probably just them being like, oh yeah, there's a Switch game. Please don't kill us.
So
I think that segment was added in later as damage control.
how about that Mario Odyssey though?
I mixed feelings.
I loved it.
Well, you be quiet, Matt. You don't get to
Okay.
talk.
Okay, so here's the thing, right?
Hat
Is
off
like,
to the hat wearing gamer over here.
I...
Freaking Hell, he just throws his hat at Matt and possesses him and just stop it.
Get some help.
okay, so here's the thing, right? Fully open world Mario game.
Yeah.
And
Well,
not fully because there's like multiple separate worlds,
It's
right?
Mario
But
64.
there's no but like okay, so like I'm making this video, right? I'm talking about the structure of Mario games, right?
yeah.
None of that mission crap that no one likes. So that's good. But like, where's the platforming? I don't know. It barely exists because you just kind of run around and stuff.
Yeah, but it was
and
Mario
throw your hat at
64.
things.
Well,
Yeah, but that's
the platform. There's
Mario
There's
64.
platforming.
Mario 64 had more platforming than in Odyssey.
no, there's challenge.
Well,
there's
you
challenge
don't know
areas.
that. They just showed off the unique stuff because you know there's gonna
Yeah.
be platforming. That's probably
No,
what
but
they
like
did.
2 seconds in,
But like
they took the rocket up to that like challenge area and they did like this little challenge mission where
yeah,
they had
that's
to
like
like.
the secret areas of Sunshine. That was dumb.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Aw.
The ones where they took your water away, that was dumb. The rest were pretty.
Yeah.
I love the ones where you took the water away.
Yo, shut up.
How about you shut up, huh?
How about I throw my hat at you and I
Yo,
possess you?
Okay, plug. I'm making like a infinitely long video about this exact topic, so watch that when it comes out. It'll be
Yeah.
great.
I'm gonna grab you by the tail, Dennis, and I'm gonna swing you around. I'm gonna say, "So long, gay Bowser," and then
I'm gonna
you're
make
be
fun of you in
gone.
my video, loser.
You better. Oh, if you do, I'll get so many subscribers.
No, okay, wait. Actually, I have the greatest gag in that video, but I might not be able to do it anymore. Okay, no, I'm so proud of this. Okay, listen. So
No, wait. This is a video that's gonna be uploaded to YouTube. People are gonna watch it because you're in
I
it
don't
and
care.
they're gonna know.
No. They won't know. That nobody's gonna get this far.
Nobody's. Excuse me. We talk so much about spider webs in this video. Everyone's gonna watch this shit. Okay, it's gonna make
You know what?
YouTube.
No,
It's
but-
gonna make
Dude,
trending.
this video is gonna connect people.
If somebody does, they deserve it. Okay, so
Yeah.
I needed to get footage of 2 things that I couldn't capture footage of. Miles gave me some footage, and I was waiting for footage. Turns out nobody's gonna be able to get this footage. But so Miles sends me this footage. So then in the video while I'm recording, I shout out Miles. I'm like, oh, by the way, if you see any footage of this, thank you to Miles. And I was like, also, if you see any footage of this, thank you to somebody. I don't know yet. Nobody provided me. And then like on the spot, I saw like I had a gas mask with me. And on the spot, I just came up with and I was like, "Oh, actually," I like picked up my phone and I pretended to read a message. Like, I just found out who hooked me up with the footage I needed. So let me tell you who it is. And then I just put the gas mask on and I started like bobbing my head, like as if I'm talking. And and I'm just gonna voice over whatever. That is the freaking best gag. Except now nobody has footage, so I can't even freaking do it. I was so proud.
Okay, so back to E3.
So overall,
So-
I think Mario Odyssey looks
Kill me.
cool with the transformations. I'll see
Yeah,
where that
exactly.
goes. I'm really excited about Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga remake.
Yeah, that looks good. Like the game looks good. Like when they showed off the Hoo segment, it was like, oh, Hoo. Dennis, play this freaking game, okay?
It's a
Like you
good
have no
game.
excuse now.
Yes.
Not only is it out on the Wii U and you can download and play it right
Yeah,
now,
that was a remake.
but now they're making now they're remaking it for the 3DS with some really crappy RTS Bowser Minion crap that no one cares
And
about.
worse
Hey,
graphics.
I thought that actually looked pretty interesting, and it's pretty cool that they're not just remaking a game. Hey, here's the same game, but for another console, buy. But instead, they're actually like putting some effort into it and putting an arguably pretty silly idea into it. But it's actually pretty fun looking. Like you can be a Goomba. I want to be a Goomba. I want to be a disposable little shit.
I want to be a Goomba now for the 4K spiderweb.
Nice.
Yo, if you want to be a Goomba, just play freaking. There's a fan game called Bowser's Army, and it's pretty lit.
Yeah, I know.
You should try it.
I know I've seen it, but I haven't played it. I will.
Bowser's
Shadow-
Army at E3.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
That name alone.
Shadow the Hedgehog, Shadow of the Colossus, and Shadow of Mordor, or War. Okay, so like
Plus Shadow Mode over
Shadow
Innsmouth by
of
H.P. Lovecraft.
Colossus the Hedgehog,
Over Innsmouth.
2018,
2 Electric Boogaloo.
Featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series. Beat you to
And
it,
Knuckles, who
motherfucker!
doesn't chuckle.
So, freaking.
Also,
Um,
I'm
So
also
they had a Kirby game.
the new Kirby game. I think I want to have more information on. The new Yoshi game looks
So-
cool. I'm excited about other stuff.
Well,
I've
you're
never
going too
been
You're
into
going too fast.
Metroid. I've never been into Metroid.
You're going
We're
too
going way
fast.
too
But
fast.
I'm
Hold
happy
on.
for the sake of the
You're
fans
going
that
too fast.
exist.
Pull on the
I've
brakes.
given all my thoughts
Scott.
now. Can I go because this video is a psychotic mess?
Okay, if you want to leave, you can
We'll
leave.
never forgive you. Matt will never forgive you.
I'll
Matt will
stay.
cry.
No, okay. So there's a Kirby game that came out that was announced. It looks
You
good.
can go in a circle.
The interesting thing about it though is that like it has like the freaking partners and like the stacking and stuff, and that was like the original concept for Kirby's Return to Dreamland before it became Kirby's Return to Dreamland. And I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah,
So it's
true.
like this is like the actual Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
Yeah, they
and I
made
love
what they
Kirby's
planned.
Return to Dreamland. I'm not saying that game shouldn't exist because that game was fantastic. Like, this is like the best Kirby game, but like this could be the new best Kirby game. Who knows?
Best Kirby
Yeah, like actually
Also,
being able
did you
to
notice that the Kirby game and the Yoshi game don't actually have like proper titles? They're just called Kirby and Yoshi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
They'll
bit
probably.
weird.
It's kind of like when they announced the Breath of the Wild at E3 like years ago. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's just Zelda. But then they announced an official title later. So like they'll probably do that some direct like in the freaking like fall times.
Yo, Mr. Yoshi over here.
I just find it weird that they actually have like names for the games that they don't have footage of, like Metroid Prime 4, because that's just Metroid Prime 4. But like, here's a game that's basically finished. It's Kirby.
But
That's it's just Kirby.
what did you guys think of the Yoshi game?
I don't. I'm
I
worried
didn't see
about it,
much of
dude.
Okay.
First off, it looks like Garbo.
Yeah. It looks
It's
like
like
It looked like the Wii U game, exactly like the Wii U game, but like with
No,
cardboard aesthetics.
no,
no,
it
but it's
doesn't.
so empty.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't though.
I meant like
Because,
graphics
Not as
wise,
cute.
like
Yeah.
No, not graphics wise. Like the Yoshis don't look like the Yarn Yoshis. They look like freaking plastic crap. It's terrible. And then and I agree with Dennis. It's so empty. There's like no life to
Yeah.
it. It's just like oh look, we're a little quirky with some paper.
Yeah, but like the background is just like it really looked the whole time with like all the 3D, 2D stuff. It looked like it was trying to do like Little Big Planet, but like Little Big Planet, there was stuff in the background all the time. They were like moving,
Yeah.
and it looked like
Mm.
that, but like empty.
Yeah,
I just think
I
that
agree.
they have seen like, oh, Kirby's Epic Yarn, oh, okay, Yoshi's Woolly World. We now need some other texture or fabric that we can use, like something. We need
Yoshi's
ideas.
plastic ball pit.
Okay, so
They just left
okay,
something on.
no. Okay, honestly, the one of the smartest things I've heard about the Yoshi game. Okay, so anyone who doesn't know, the Bit Block blocked me on Twitter because he was saying something stupid, and I was like, "That's stupid," and then just blocked me. I mean, it's more than that, but it's a funny story.
Drama.
But I still like watch his content because like it's interesting hearing his sometimes like insane perspectives on Nintendo games. But he was like, "Yo, if you're gonna make a Yoshi game and it has like paper stuff, why aren't the Yoshis made out of like freaking origami?"
Yeah.
Or something.
That would be cool.
Like I'm like, that's actually smart. It's like if you're gonna do some quirky aesthetic, then go all out with it. Here it's just like, oh, it's freaking plastic New Super Mario Yoshis in freaking.
It's just them kind of
Crapville.
just making the first thing up and then just going with it, and no one actually ever questioned whether it's a good idea or not, and they just kind of did something, and now it just looks like, oh yeah, we made some game. It looks like okay. Let's finish it so we can get money, whatever. Just move on with all.
And also, like, it was weird. You were like aiming eggs in the foreground and the background. Like, this is like,
that looks
this is
super
like not
confusing,
like
to be honest.
that's like I don't even know how you do that. So,
Motion
like,
controls.
I don't know. Obviously.
Yo, when
Is that all you wanted to say, Dennis?
What? No, because that's what they were saying about Mario too. Was there were some things that looked like really complicated to do, and they were like, "How are you doing this, by the way?" During the treehouse, and he was like, "Oh, I'm using the motion controls." And they were like,
yeah,
and he was like, "You
weird,
can do it
actually.
with the controller alone, but like it's much more difficult."
I guess it's just the second stick, and they're like, oh, it's much more difficult because Mario's still aimed at kids. So,
What?
I don't know.
Oh, also he could just say that so that way he can point out like, oh, the Switch is motion controls, guys.
Ooh.
Like I'm surprised they didn't plug the HD Rumble.
That's
crap,
true,
like,
there was
the
no HD.
entire thing.
Yo,
Dude,
I
how
mean,
many ice cubes
okay.
are there? I can't tell.
Metroid.
No,
with
okay,
HD Rumble?
actually, yeah, that'd actually be cool.
Oh,
No, like
man.
actually, if like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, like I mean, okay, I'm not gonna talk about the game itself because I have yet to figure out my full thoughts on it. But like the HD Rumble is actually pretty
Yeah.
cool. Like, is it worth the money that the Joy-Cons and Pro Controller cost? Maybe
No.
not. But like, it's like when you like start doing a drift, it does like a little tiny buzz, and then as like you're continuing to drift, it does like a little slowly increasing vibrations to like indicate your drift getting like better. And it's like, wow, it's like I don't even have to like see in order to know like where how far I am in my drift. I'm like, that's actually cool.
Slowly increasing
So, like,
vibrations.
Legit HD, like I was surprised. HD Rumble is legit.
Yeah.
That was actually
It's
pretty
really
cool.
legit.
Which is why I'm surprised they didn't use it as like freaking buzzwords throughout all of the treehouse.
Yeah.
Vibrations
Maybe
was
they'll do it
just a
tomorrow, I don't know.
gimmick From the 90s, that people just
No, it's really not. It's
Back
actually
in
legit.
the 90s,
I
I
do
was
not.
in a very famous TV show.
Me too.
Big Boss.
Da, da,
Like, what
da.
is a stupid gimmick? I actually like had a lag.
Vibration.
Sorry.
He said Rumble.
Oh,
You've never heard of this?
Okay, so I think that's everything we saw, right?
There's the 2D Metroid.
Oh, well, I mean that's 2D Metroid.
That's made that was made by like Mercury Steam, and they're the people that made the 3DS Castlevania game that no one liked, but they liked it slightly more than the two crappy Castlevania what's it called, the two Castlevania games no one
ripped out
likes
Shadow of
that
the
are on like
Colossus.
360. Yeah, that those ones.
Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about.
Castlevania Lords of Shadow.
great!
that one.
Now that we're almost done, look who it is. This is the
Yeah, we're
Liam
almost done.
kid.
Liam
Did
Triforce
Liam
joins the
just
call.
show up?
Yeah, he just showed up.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
big ding dong.
Liam Triforce, say hi.
Metroid Prime 4.
Wow.
That
Wow, good thing we
That-
just
that-
finished talking
counts.
about that, you scrubbo.
Fuck!
no, but it's that's still funny because
Yo, what do you think about
he just came in
what do
and-
you think about the 2D Metroid, Liam? What do you think about the 2D
That's what I
Metroid?
think.
Because
Fair
I'm
enough.
not sure, I'm not sure because it's made by it's not made by the Nintendo team. It's made by the people that made like the Castlevania thing,
Yeah, but they also made.
Castlevania 3DS.
Yeah, they know their way around the genre. Plus, they also made a prototype for Metroid already, so they should know what they're doing.
They should hire the AM2R guy. and do it for
I
them.
agree. Oh, by the way, he said he's excited for the reimagining too.
Yeah, that's good
Oh, I'm
PR.
sure. Yeah, because at the end he's still a fan.
Yeah.
But like, it's cool to be like Sega, where it's like freaking Sonic Mania is
Yeah.
coming out, and like the people that made it are people that like made Sonic ROM hacks and then made flawless ports of the original
Yeah.
Sonic games, and now are on the team. That's like
Yeah.
awesome.
Sega's actually
Sonic
really
was
cool about
huge.
that, I gotta say. Also, Can we talk about that Sonic game? I can finally make my OC. That's amazing.
Oh, Project Sonic 2017.
Yeah, like Sonic Forces, isn't it?
See, I did it.
Sonic Forces.
Yeah.
Sonic Forces is what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, like I can finally make my OC Shadow Sniper the Hedgehog.
I can make
So that's gonna be the best game
Hedgehog.
ever. But
So,
like legitimately,
Yeah.
it looks like a fun game, and Sonic Mania might also be pretty cool.
I think that
Yeah.
I think that they're going to be good games. I'm not terribly interested in Sonic, but Mania has my attention because it's $20 for like a fan service game. So I can't say no.
I'd say
Yeah.
Forces is more of a fan service game than Mania is.
Yeah, you can make your own.
I
You can
guess
make
you
your own
could argue
characters.
that.
You can
I
make your own
mean,
characters.
They're both fan service games, but in different ways,
Yeah.
which is really smart for Sega, given what Sega's been going through.
Forces
so.
is more for people like Chris Chan, and
Yeah.
Mania is for people who
This is
aren't
Dennis's
virgins.
jam.
Oh,
He
This
wants
is the
this.
discussion I
Actually,
joined, and Chris Chan
um,
is mentioned. Good.
quick thing. Since Liam's here and
Speaking
you
of,
mentioned Metroid Prime
quick.
4, I was thinking about this.
Sorry.
No, and then I think we'll wrap it up in a bit here. But Metroid Prime 4, it's not being made by Retro.
It's not.
By whom is it, Ray?
No, I
No.
know about that.
Who makes it?
So what's going on apparently is there's a few things, right? Retro's entire a lot of Retro's team changed when they started working on Donkey Kong, and so the people that were behind Metroid Prime, a lot of them left to make I think Recore.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah. So apparently this is just like a random amalgamation of people, some of which are on the original like Metroid team, and we're talking like Fusion, like that kind of team. And then like they got the director from Metroid Prime games, I believe. And
Can
then
we
like
confirm?
some people that were like on the thing, I don't know.
I'm gonna actually confirm that right now because I was always curious about who's developing it. I have faith in them though.
Shit.
Dennis
Yeah,
is
he's
back.
back.
Is Dennis
Yeah.
back?
Anyway, actually, I wanted to mention
Ugh.
one real quick thing about the Metroid 3DS game.
Sure.
By the way, it's so satisfying to say that.
Yeah.
Anyway, they have to make a better game than AM2R now in order to not make themselves look stupid.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about because like M2R got great reception.
I think they'll be all right. I think they'll be all right.
I
But
don't know. We'll see.
whatever.
It'll probably
Anyway,
be
I'm
at
gonna go
least a
quickly
decent
check.
game. So
I'm gonna check the developers out for Metroid Prime 4 because this is
Okay.
important. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that real quick and then we'll call it because we're at 1 hour and 37 minutes.
Wait, who
now.
was it again? Who made it? Finally, I missed that when I got booted.
It's like a random amalgamation of people.
that's exactly what.
So like they got the director of the original Metroid
Okay.
Prime. They got some developers that were on like Fusion and
Okay,
stuff.
okay.
But the Retro's not working on it because a lot of the Retro team left to make
Yeah.
Recore when they switched to make Conky Dong games.
Thank you,
You were right though. The director of Prime and longtime producer of the entire series is coming back to oversee Metroid Prime 4.
Nice.
So
Okay.
I'm not-
Also, like, there was an interview. I don't remember the name or something, but they had like an interview or something like that I read, and it was like some name I was unfamiliar with, and I'm wondering like, was that a name from Federation Force? And is this gonna be like, is Federation Force like some weird interquel that like you need to play in order to understand the story of 4? Because that'd be poopy.
they're talking about building a story around Silux. Oh wait,
I
is
don't
that
know.
is that a character in the
Psyduck?
original Primes or is that Federation Force?
Psyduck.
That's absolutely Federation
no.
Force. It's not
The
in any of the
antagonist in
primes.
Metroid Prime 4 is Psyduck.
I think the antagonist in Metroid
Jesus
Prime 4
Christ.
is gonna be I think it's gonna be
I
the
don't know.
ghost of Satoru Iwata.
Come on, okay. Also, I have to go now, so I'm glad I came for some Metroid. I guess.
And the ghost of Satoru
Yeah.
Iwata. Oh, you
Well,
missed
we're
out on
gonna
the
end
spiders,
discussion
man.
Here anyway.
Oh, spiders.
We're gonna end it here anyway. So but before you go, Liam, since you were kind of joined in right at the end, what do you plug yourself? What do you do?
I make
What's your stuff?
game reviews, analyses, and critique. I also do
Game reviews, analyses, critiques.
analyses. Yeah,
Yep.
analyses. I also do voice act
Analyses?
analyses. Yeah,
I thought it was anal wysis.
Yeah, that's what it actually is.
Swear to
I'm
God,
sorry,
kill
I was
me.
going- It's actually
No,
anal
that's what you get from. That's what you get. That's the disease you get from consuming too much.
This is worse than the God of War
animal
game.
feces.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
we surpassed that when we were talking about spider webs having more
think
power
you
than
guys-
the new Xbox.
You guys
You know
must have
what,
talked about
Dylan?
that
Even with
already.
a spider web, I don't think you could understand how dumb this is.
Excuse me, this wasn't my idea. This is Matt's
Dylan,
idea.
your whole brain is just spider webs inside.
My whole. So I have.
That's a lot of power.
Yo,
I got more processing power than
This
you
is
do because I got those spider webs in my head.
By the way, you two, I wasn't done plugging myself, so
I don't
yeah,
care.
let him
Liam is a
let him
really
plug
cool
himself.
dude. He's pretty neat.
He wants to
big
play
deal.
Shantae.
Oh yeah, do
No,
voice acting
Midna.
Let's Plays, which are a lot of fun.
And
They
Midna.
take a lot of time, so I appreciate
Yeah.
if you check them that
Yeah.
aspects of content out, stuff like that. I'm
Be
useless.
good stuff.
I
Also,
once
he
looked at
really
a bunch
likes
of Rule
hack.
34 with him too. That was fun.
Oh, that was a mistake.
So,
Excuse me.
anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you actually made it to the end, like I'm
You get a gold
impressed. Yes.
Tell us
you get,
about
like,
spider
a
webs.
freaking platinum star.
Like, what's your favorite kind
Yo,
of spider?
if you made
Tell us.
if you made it to the end of the video, let us know by telling us what your favorite kind of spider is.
Final
That'd be lit.
Tarantula.
I feel like one of those like really like dumb YouTubers. Like, if you made it to the end of the video, like comment
Enter my
telling me
gift
you made it
card.
to the end
Remember
of
to
the
like,
video.
smash
subscribe.
that motherfucking dislike button.
Yo, I want to hear.
Subscribe, please, everyone.
I wanna hear your freaking pointer finger like crack when it's clicking the freaking like button. It's smashing.
The
Snapped
plane
in half,
train's
dude.
going away and it's leaving
Smack the
without
like
you.
button in half.
Okay. That's
Remember
that's
to
the
subscribe
video.
to youtube.com/PewDiePie.
Love you.
Yeah. Subscribe to LambHoot at youtube.com/SmoshGames.
Exactly.
Let's all try.
Subscribe to Hat Wearing Gamer at youtube.com/